Welcome to the first of our 3 platform demos. We will demonstrate how ServiceNow legal service delivery, together with us at Inspiring Legal, replaces the manual email and the spreadsheet processes of yesterday with an high velocity and user-centric digital experience. My name is Chiara Giuliani. I am the product domain lead at Inspiring Legal, where we design workflows to bring more tech to legal. And today we will try to share with you in 15 minutes how you can leverage your ServiceNow platform in a live demo of the first of 3 workflow, the general legal request. But before we jump in the real business, some housekeeping. So just for your knowledge, the demo will be performed on a real live instance of ServiceNow. We will have some time at the end for Q&As, so don't feel shy and start using the Q&A section to type your questions. And as I already mentioned, we will have 2 demos in the next weeks, so check out our LinkedIn page and register to the events. Now, how many of you have already heard about ServiceNow? I hope a lot, but if not, ServiceNow is a cloud-based workflow automation platform that enables enterprise organization to improve operational efficiency by streamlining and automating routine work tasks. Of course, as roots in IT service management, but with the course of time, ServiceNow evolved to become the enterprise service management platform for organization, or also known as platform of platforms, and uniting all the business function from customer service to HR, to IT, to security, and now finally to legal. I hope also everybody have already used ServiceNow, as I am a big fan of it, but I am sure that many of you have experienced already confusion more than team satisfaction when dealing with simple requests in a very unstructured environment. Simple and repetitive questions like, where do I get a gift clearance? May take very long time and many emails to get done. And since now we are also bringing a software into the equation after, a lot of discussion about processes, visions, and complexity, I bet you're thinking, well, it's going to be an headache, another software in the game. But with ServiceNow and the support of us and Inspiring Legal, it doesn't need to be complicated because we simplify the user experience by automating tasks and making sure that your request always lands in the correct place. It's like the Uber for the processes. You insert the destination and we take care of the getting the car and making sure to pick the best route for you. Enough said about, let's say, the theory, but let's jump into the practice, into our ServiceNow instance. And here we go. This is our service portal. It is simple and clean, and it has a lot of, let's call them buttons, fully configurable. And here I want to underline the word configurable, because many of you may be scared when thinking about software. Oh my God, I need to code, I need a software developer. But with ServiceNow, if you have key users or ServiceNow administrator internally, you can modify almost everything with no code. And here, using this Google-like experience, you can use the search bar to search basically anything that is available on the platform, and use it also to look for knowledge by clicking here into the knowledge base, or exactly typing like I am doing something into the search bar. And what ServiceNow is doing is leveraging one of the base platform functionality and the feature that is available across all the modules. So not only legal, but everything will be able to show you results that can leverage the self-service acceptance in your company and also increase the rate of case deflection. In this case, I look for an article. I was looking for a guide to intellectual property. I can look into it. I can navigate in a very simple and intuitive way by just clicking through, and I can also mark it as helpful or not and commenting on the article in order to make sure that I support the continuous improvements in my company. Now, I have a real request to put the attention of the legal team in my company. So I want to raise a request, and I will do it very simply by using the Contact Us button. and checking out first the form. The form is also available on mobile, is available on the supported browsers, and it's very clean and simple. So I have the summary description and the description field. And for me, as a business user, the form allows me to introduce the most relevant information for the legal team. But for the legal team, we are also putting a lot of advantage because they will receive structured data that allows for categorization analysis and also for faster assessment. I will now submit a request. I need help with a non-disclosure agreement. So I will simply type here, help with an NDA for company XYZ. And what I can see is that the platform is trying to make sure that I help myself before submitting the request to the attention to the legal team in order to reduce as much as possible this kind of transactional issues where I can simply read an article or use a specific automated flow to help myself. In this case, I need help for a very specific company. Therefore, I will go and submit the request. Now my request is submitted. I have my number. I am happy. I have also received a notification and email for that. So let's go and check what happens from an agent point of view. And here what we see is our agent workspace. Our legal counsel center is a working environment for the legal operation and the legal counsels, where they can find all the information they need, categorize and prioritize queue, and taking advantage of all the functionality of the platform, like reporting. As we can see right on screen, I have real-time stats divided and categorized for me. I don't need to go through the list of emails. Reporting, of course, guarantees transparency and accessibility to insights and trends. And the beauty of ServiceNow is that we can easily create different dashboards targeting different KPIs according to the role of the stakeholders that we are referring to. In this case, we have Amedeo. Amedeo is our legal manager. And he begins his day by accessing the ServiceNow Legal Counsel Center, which is a workspace set for lawyers and legal staff to review, to triage, and to take action on legal issues that may come to the attention of the legal department. And of course, with the Legal Center, Amedeo is no longer go through all his queue of emails, his hundreds of emails to read, and he can finally dedicate time to really specialized matters. The system already recognized his role as legal manager and already allocated the work that he's authorized to see according to his role, saving his time so he doesn't need to scroll down and look for really tasks that should be assigned to him. The first thing that he's going to do is going to look at the unassigned task queue, and the system will automatically redirect to a long list, and he can decide to start working on the backlog. And already here from the list view that is fully configurable, as said, we can have information about the relevant details and the information as provided. So let's go and check how, as an agent, I am able to support the request that has been submitted already. So now on the request, I have all the information that were already submitted. I have the information about the category, whether we are able to pre-categorize, and I am also able to verify the information that were submitted. In this case, we had the request to help for an NDA, and we have the information about generic company. So I need to go back to the business request or to ask for more information and possibly for some additional documents that needs to be attached. In addition to that, here at Aspiring Legal, as we are cooperating with the SALI, we are able to also map it across the SALI area of law. In this case, we have a task for antitrust and competition in order to support the reporting and whether the company is also having our platform that are talking to each other about the legal matters. The SALI framework is allowing them for more accurate reporting and better conversation across platforms. In this case, I realize that I am able to help. Therefore, after I have assigned the task to myself, I will start working, and I am able to communicate with my team through work notes that are private notes that can be only visible to the team that is working on the matter, and comment that instead will be published to the request that we have open. In this case, I will post a comment. I need info about the company, and I'm able to post, and this comment will be then visible to the business requester in the portal. I have also the opportunity of using the Counsel Assist, that is an integrated knowledge-based search that is searching across the knowledge available for the agent, for the users, and also through our relevant matters, such as workflow that we already automated or a solution that we already able to found in order to make sure that the resolution of the matter is as fast as possible. Now that we are working on the case, let's go and check instead how our dashboard look like. So going back as Amedeo, I am able to go back to our portal, and simply by clicking on my dashboard, we are one click away from checking out the legal operation flow, and we have access to a full set of reporting, including trend analysis, thanks to the performance analytics integration. And from the legal operation dashboard, the legal manager is able to analyze data from different point of view, having some reports that are, of course, based on real-time data, grouping by different perspectives, such as practice area, or by category or subcategory. And in this case, as I see that the general legal request is higher than usual, I am also able to analyze, drill down, and look for opportunity to leverage the allocation and the automation of certain matters. Because at the end, the goal is to offer the best service possible to our end user and also to our team. Therefore, looking for automation possibilities in order to avoid that the request comes generic and doesn't need to be waiting to be triaged. So if I see opportunities, in this case, I see a lot of requests with an NDA, and I see also a lot of requests with RFPs. Therefore, I see an opportunity here to create multiple service articles or deflecting matters even more to increase my high volume transactional type of question and migrate them to instead workflow and automated matters. Now, let's go back and see what happened to our original request. So we know that a comment was added, so we need to provide more information. So what we will do, we're going back to our task. And here we have a nice widget where we can see all the tasks and requests that we have raised for the legal team. And here I can see my help with NDA, and I can go back at any point in time and clicking on it. I see that a comment was posted, so information needed about the company, and directly from the form, I am able here to use and comment saying, here you go. And I am also able to use the attachment functionality and clicking and attaching the requested information. In this case, I have my file here. By doing that, of course, the general legal request is basically streamlining the sometimes messy interaction that we have with the legal department, adding also structure to human-based processes and assuring increased efficiency, because the workflow will always make sure that the request runs with the correct team. So guys, in less than 10 minutes, we've seen how, as a business requester, we can consult the knowledge base in a user-centric and easy-to-use portal, raise a general legal request, and as a member of the legal team, I am able to access all my to-dos and workload in a simple, readable, and streamlined dashboard, and accessing to my KPIs in real time in order to make sure that the work is going as smooth as possible. Time for Q&As. So I will now stop sharing to access the Q&A and the chat. And the moment we have an open question, but feel free to start typing and ask any kind of question or curiosity you may have about these or other functionalities. Can you connect this with the request sent to email account? I will answer live to this. So yes, there are multiple possibilities. Of course, depending of the environment that is in your infrastructure, we will set up it according to different parameters. But we are able also to make sure that if you're using, for example, a group email for your legal department at the moment, all the emails that are coming through that email address will be automatically creating a legal request in the platform directly without changing the behavior of your normal users. Can we connect ServiceNow with other platforms? Yes. There are multiple possibilities of connection. There are also connectors, as we call, out of the box. So ServiceNow worked with the most common platform that you may want to connect. One of the latest connector for legal, for example, is an integration to some content management platform, but it's very common also to have connection, for example, to Teams. This is a very nice feature in order to avoid to change too much the behavior of your end user, but to communicate together with the platform. Our users added to the system. Can we use our Active Directory from it? Yes, of course, we can connect to your existing system in order to maintain one source of truth for your users and making sure that you can also use single sign-on in your security configuration. This is done. Other question. Users will see a front page similar to what you showed in order to file a request. So the portal and the form is very much configurable according to the need. Of course, we base our implementation always on the out of the box. So considering our experiences and ServiceNow experience, we will always recommend certain information that should be populated according to blueprints and our experience with other customers. But we are always able to use your branding, your information, and the configuration that you may think want to show and collect from the user. So we are very flexible here. I have another question. So I just need a browser to access it, but what about the comment? Is it predefined or do I need a big project to configure it? Answering to that, it's always tricky, depends on what you want to achieve, but what we can tell you is that the ServiceNow implementation is really nice and smooth because we can take advantage of all the experience that ServiceNow and us have by taking care of the out-of-the-box functionality using tables that were pre-existent. And as it's Inspiring Legal, we're able also to collect certain blueprints for workflows and legal processes that are commonly used in big corporates. So you will never start from scratch and your implementation will be really, really fast. In terms of efforts, what we can tell you is that we went live with other customers in certain also complex process in time span of 4 to 6 weeks, onboarding multiple countries. So we are able to put you to work in a very short amount of time. Other question, is this solution already used in bigger companies or their best practice? Yes, so we have already existing customers that are using this solution. And we also learn from the experience. We have a team here at Inspiring Legal of T-shaped professional with legal experience and technical experience. Therefore, the project will be always around the best practice that we can do. And we use also a very specific framework of work that is called the Legal Tech Translator. So we take your process, we simplify it, and we make sure that your process is suiting the needs of your company and also the need of the platform. I see last question. If the agents are from different country, how would they know which legal request is from which country? So depending on your current setup, we have multiple assignment rules or assignment routing. Can be based on the requester of the country of the requester, can be based on the language, can be based even on skill set. So we are very flexible here in order to automate the routing of the request to the right agent. At the moment, we have another existing customer that have 5 global hubs, and we are able to route according to the country of the requesters methods for around 200,000 users to the correct hub every time. So I hope you enjoyed, and I would like to also invite you to our next 14th of June webinar that is going to be always at 5 p.m. CET, 15 minutes, where we will show the capabilities of the platform. You can check out the event on LinkedIn and register there, so don't miss it. And we are waiting for you there. It's going to be about the virtual agent and the chatbot and how you can leverage the functionality across all the IT environment, about the Teams integration and how we learned from our experience. So how can you really establish virtual agent in a legal environment where normally virtual agent is not really accepted, or at least we are a bit change adverse when it comes to automate resolution of tasks through the use of a bot. So thank you very much for joining, and hopefully we will see all together on the 14th. Thank you very much.